EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Ready?
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
The Colts at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Running on first down, Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Looking to pass, Tua.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is that
touchdown Colts? Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Willis to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Weber. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Get it. 3.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
A run for Weber. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, here's Willis.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44,
Tua, he'll get this out wide to Eckler.
and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
560. Ready?
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will find his man Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, 37 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Third down, it's Willis. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Tua going to run the sneak.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Ready, set. Fight, 97.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley Cox, complete. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Here we go, here we go.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
Okay,
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, first and goal. Now Tua. Buying time to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Tua now, third and goal. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And that right there is a bailout. Gave them a lot of breathing room.
And usually we put that on the officials, bailing someone out. They caused that one themselves. There's no doubt about that penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. First and 10, Willis. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Willis back to the air on second and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Weber. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Here's Weber. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now Willis on first and 10. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Willis will look to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Again, Willis to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Weber, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 and now on first down.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On the ready.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
43 rail.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Touchdown, Colts!
Alec Pierce
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Got it. Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? And which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Ready?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
7 targets.
Back to throw, Willis.
His throw incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On third down, it's Willis.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From midfield, here's Tua. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 9, Willis. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. They started on the ground with Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
To his throw, caught by Pierce.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27th.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. That's caught by Waller out left side.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Play action, Willis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Willis.
Forced out to his left. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Weber.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
The shotgun snap to Willis.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They go play action with Willis.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Willis got to have this one.
His throw caught at about the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here we go, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Titans are right back in this football game. 1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans.
Right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle they go. Weber. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll run again here with Weber. And some space here. Touchdown, Titans.
So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Willis will try and throw for this.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ready, break.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Tua. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
62 blaster.
Tagovailoa. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Santos' kick is up and through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Down to an goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.